Yo, what is going on, guys? John here back with another video, and today, man, I was talking about the Phoenix Suns and their turnaround this season. So, as we all know, the Phoenix Suns have been one of the worst franchises in terms of record in the NBA over the last decade. They have been the laughingstock of the NBA since forever, pretty much. It wasn't really the players' fault, but instead it was the management's fault, as they always had one of the worst rosters in the NBA. They drafted their savior Devin Booker out of Kentucky with the 13th overall pick in the 2015 NBA draft. We all know the potential of Devin Booker, and to this day I still wonder how he slid to the 13th overall pick after guys like Frank Kaminsky, who is now his teammate in Phoenix. They also drafted Booker's counterpart, DeAndre Ayton, with the first overall pick in a 2018 NBA draft out of Arizona. He had a really good rookie year, and him and Booker really meshed well. Last year, the Suns were 19-63 and in last place in the Western Conference. Their roster last year was abysmal to say the least. It included Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, TJ Warren, Jamal Crawford, Troy Daniels, Mikal Bridges, Tyson Chandler, Jimmer Fredette, Ryan Anderson for half the year, Dragan Bender, Richaun Holmes, Josh Jackson, and Tyler Johnson, and Kelly Oubre Jr. after acquiring them both during the mid-season. You get the point, though. This team was not really not that good at all. Not that the players on the team were bad, but they needed more time to develop. The Suns didn't have time for them to develop, so they made substantial changes. Their first change was signing a new head coach, Monty Williams. Monty Williams has always been a really good and underrated coach, especially during his time in New Orleans. They also had made a very, very underrated move in making James Jones, the former Sun, Cav, and Miami Heat, to be their new GM. Not only was James Jones an incredible three-point shooter, but he's one of the best teammates and also one of the best at what he did. But he's also a genius when it comes to the NBA. His first move was quite questionable, I'm not gonna lie. Most people would say that it was a reach for the Suns to draft Cameron Johnson at 11 out of UNC, especially when he was expected to be drafted either near the tail end of the lottery or even lower than that. Nonetheless, it was certain that the Phoenix Suns were big on Cameron Johnson. James Jones was poised as soon as he became the GM to turn the whole franchise around, so he did, and made that very clear. In the 2019 offseason, he added Aaron Baines, a really good big man, and Aaron Baines has been playing really well in for DeAndre Ayton because he's out for 25 games. Aaron Baines has been playing absolutely amazing. Plays an aggressive, plays a tenacious offense, great defense. Aaron Baines is a really underrated player in the NBA. But yeah. They also added Ty Jerome, a rookie who hasn't gotten too many minutes, but I feel like he'll be really good for the Phoenix Suns off the bench. Cameron Johnson, he came back, I believe, 2 games ago. In the game against Miami, he didn't play that much, but he looked pretty good. Frank Kaminsky, who's looked like way better than he ever did on the Hornets. That literally doesn't make any sense. Ricky Rubio has been really good for them. Dario Saric has been really good for them as well, and their rookie Jalen LeQuay, who I believe hasn't played that much either. Now, these might seem like minimum moves, but to the Phoenix Suns, these were drastic moves because they're working wonders for them this season. The point guard position was a huge red flag for the Phoenix Suns, and they checked that box this offseason when they signed Ricky Rubio to a 3-year, $51 million contract, and he's been playing really well, averaging 12.7 points per game and 6.1 assists per game. The Suns don't need Rubio to be a scorer at will. All they need him to do is dish out dimes and make shots when needed. Most of the scoring will be coming from Devin Booker, and when he's not the one scoring, Kelly Oubre Jr., who's averaging 17.4 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, and shooting 35.7% from the three, will help him out. Now, this is the first time in a while that the Suns finally have qualified scorers now, other than Devin Booker, which is what they always needed. They don't need to just rely on Devin Booker to be their only source of offense, since they have guys like Kelly Oubre Jr. who can lighten the load on offense for him. The actual reason why the Phoenix Suns are actually good this year is because they have an actual team. The teams they've had in the past were horrid. This is the first time in a long time where the Phoenix Suns have an actual team, and they're showing why they needed these key pieces to help them build an actual team. I would also credit the basketball megamind James Jones for actually going out and getting key players that the Suns actually desire and making the team somewhat competitive for the near future. Now, there's obviously still a bunch of red flags in this Phoenix Suns team. I will look at the bench pretty much. The bench, I mean, they have Javon Carter, who's a really underrated player in the NBA, but they have a lot of unproven NBA talent like Cameron Johnson, a rookie, Ty Jerome. But yeah, the Phoenix Suns, they're moving in a good direction right now. I'll say that. And also Mikal Bridges as well. Mikal Bridges is a really good player as well. Most people don't talk about him, but Mikal Bridges is a really good player. Aaron Baines is playing a fantastic backup center right now. Right now he's playing starting minutes because of DeAndre Ayton being off again because of the performance and drugs, I believe. And also off the bench, my boy Tyler Johnson has been lighting it up off the bench. Guys, I know I'm a big Heat fan. I love Tyler Johnson on the Miami Heat, but his contract got too big, so we had to end up trading him for Ryan Anderson. And yeah, but I really like my guy Tyler Johnson's game. Other than that, man, that is why the Phoenix Suns are actually good this year. They hired a really good coach, Monty Williams, really good GM, James Jones, made substantial moves, including getting Aaron Baines, Ricky Rubio, Frank Kaminsky, Dario Saric, Cameron Johnson. But yeah, man, that is the video, man. The Phoenix Suns, I'm not gonna say that they're gonna make the. I'll say the Suns have a really good chance of making at least I'll say the 7th or 8th seed. I won't suck them too hard. I'll say 7th or 8th seed, because I know it's been the last 10 games this so far this season. I don't want to go ahead and say the Suns are going to be the best team, one of the best teams in the NBA, because of course they're not. But I'm going to say they have a chance of being the 7th or 8th seed. I don't know if they're going to keep up this amazing pace so far this season, but I would say they will at least make the playoffs this year. It depends on if Devin Booker and Kelly Oubre Jr. can go crazy for the Suns, man. You fool me? But other than that, man, that's the video. Leave a like, leave a comment down below. It's been your boy John, and make sure y'all, hey man, make sure y'all sub up, man, cause y'all been watching the videos, but make sure y'all sub up, man. I'm on that 1,000 subscriber grind, man. That is one of my goals for so long, man. But other than that, man, it's been your boy John. Sub up, leave a like, and I'm out, man. Peace.